Hey guys, SBC Orlando 2012 here, and today we have a surprise unboxing. Now flip this over. Um, I didn't really announce this radio unboxing until last second, but I got a Midland ER50 for not 50, not 40, not 30, not 28, $26, and it's in open box condition. It came in just 3 USPS days, or about 4 days. And I mean, I think that's all I want to say before opening the radio. But just a few more things. Just something I want to say. Now, I did a Chromebook. I did announce on my channel that I was gonna do a Chromebook unboxing. I gotta clean the camera on my phone here. Should get an actual camera instead of a phone. But it's like I did say I was gonna do a Chromebook unboxing, and I uploaded that. Now the reason why it took me 3 weeks for me to actually publish the Chromebook videos because the Chromebook, I'll show you guys. Working Chromebook is in my backpack. This Chromebook right here has this Chromebook. This is right here. You guys can see, you can't see the Dell logo, but this is the Chromebook right here. This gray unlock. Um, it had a battery issue, and so I had a quick chat with the seller. Gave me a free replacement, but I was too lazy to really. I was too lazy to film a re-unboxing video. So, and I also temporarily forgot that I had the unboxing video on my phone. Um, Plus I was more sucked up into getting this room changed. Now, this room is definitely different. For one, I've moved my weather. There used to be a desk here back in December and February and January, but I moved it. I moved all the radios over here. My mom took the desk back, and I have some weather radios over here. Soon to be five handhelds on that bed frame, and yes, my bed frame is RGB. My mom got me a RGB bed frame off of Sheen. My mom said it was gonna be drawers, but I think my mom got scammed because they only gave her a thank you note. So there could have been drawers in here also, but I plan on buying myself a nightstand. But enough about me decorating the room, making it look cool. The main focus today is just Midland radio, this ER50. Now, I actually had a lot of hesitation. I actually hesitated a bit before buying this weather radio because I was scared it was gonna pee off my mom. Now, Sawyer actually originally recommended he would buy me one of these, and I was skeptical at first because I mean, until he reassured me, I don't have to always have the radio monitoring. As a matter of fact, when you get the radio, it's not monitoring for alerts right off the bat. Like you have to turn it on, and then it'll start monitoring alert for alerts. Besides, I can just turn this thing off on Wednesdays, like I can do on all my other weather radios. I just didn't really know that at the time. But I watched Todderbert's review video and a bunch of other EAS enthusiasts review videos, and now I'm reassured that this is a safe radio to have in a collection. So, in the next week or two, I will also be getting an ER10 VP, which I guess I've heard there's a lot of glaze about that radio because it doesn't have the solar crank, it doesn't have the crank, it doesn't have the solar charging, it doesn't have the solar charging, and it only powers off of batteries. Um, no rechargeable, it's just alkaline batteries. No back and no backlight. Even the version 2 sucks according to some enthusiasts. I've heard a lot of glaze about the ER10 VP, but just like how the Oregon Scientific has been getting glazed, you guys can see it over there. Just like how I've been seeing how the Oregon Scientific has been getting glazed, um, I'm still gonna buy an ER10 VP in the next probably Wednesday. This Wednesday, I have some cheap $28, $30 listings I found on eBay. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys down on the floor. Okay, so I've moved you guys down here. You guys can see the legs of the. You guys can see the legs of the chair. I'm gonna move the chair. Here is the ah. Here's the radio. I really hope the seller shipped the battery because I don't want to pay an extra $15 for a Midland battery. Please don't start this again, phone. I know the Earth is tugging on you, but I prefer go against the Earth. You can see the Midland logo. Okay. This is from a pawn shop. This is from a pawn shop, which we call it, account I found on eBay. Selling it for $26. These radios go for $30 to $35 to $40 on eBay. That's the average price of an ER50, with the used ones generally being $30 to $35. I got this one in open box condition. Well, more like messed with, but never used condition for just $26. And here is the radio itself. The Midland ER50. Side of the box. Thunderstorm. All the features of the radio. And the Midland logo on the side. Top of the box. Just Midland logo followed by some disaster logos. You got your flood, tornado, hurricane, wildfire, earthquake. Then you have the palm shop sticker right here, Midland Weather Radio. That's all there is to the box. So let's go ahead and open the box. So, darn it, I don't think the seller shipped the batteries. Darn it, the seller stole the batteries. That sucks. Or, nah, the seller unfortunately took the batteries for themselves. But it's fine. I guess it's gotta play a replacement battery. I gotta spend $15 on the battery because the seller didn't want to put the battery in the box. Well, I'm pretty sure if you have batteries inside of the radio, USPS charges an extra fee. So maybe that's why they didn't put the batteries in there. Either that or the battery is just dead. Let's see. Oh yeah, the battery is in here. Okay, never mind. The seller didn't steal the battery. It's in here. It's just dead. Or it's on the wrong side. Is this incorrectly? This is a very thick battery. God dang. This is the correct polarity. This has no charge. Okay, well, I thought the seller stole the batteries. So the batteries definitely work. The seller must have had the batteries inside the radio. They must have been on when it was in transit and it died. So, I mean, this is the thing. Those are rechargeable batteries. I have the USB cable right here. Here's the manual. But anyways, this radio, very nice. It's been moved before use. Oh, this tape is still on here? The tape is still on here. Move before use. Move before use sticker. And then he taped. So the seller took the tape off of the. So this radio, probably this is new unbox condition. Let's go ahead and press every single button on the radio to wish you good luck in service. That's all. So before we actually plug the radio in, I want to play around with it a bit. Not play around with it, but just looking around the radio. So obviously the button doesn't work because the radio is dead. Gotta charge it. This radio has a hand crank. Pop that out. I gotta charge the radio for a very long time. Oh yeah. This is the emergency crank. There's a hurricane coming. We need power on the radio. Let's charge it. So that really wasn't enough charge. But the fastest way we can let's go. Let's just crank it for a bit. No, this is one of the slowest ways to charge it. The fastest way to charge it is via the micro USB cable. But I'm like, why not just charge it like this anyway? Okay. So I managed to get the radio a little bit of power. So, first step is to press the menu button. Press and hold the menu button. Okay, so hour 12, I like what should we call it, AM PM, and like 12-hour clocks. 5:36 p.m. I think this radio is already in PM. I think it is in. I had put it back in the menu. Yes. Now it's in AM. 1, 12, 8, 10, 5, 5:30. What? 5:37 p.m. Is the WX150 accurate? Yes, 5:37. So now I got 5:37. Going up 5:38. Let me just put my phone down for a second. Is it? It's still 5:37. I'm just gonna if the radio's inaccurate by then, that's fine. So 5-second countdown. So this is the backlight. They have a 5-second countdown. The backlight's always on. Backlight's off. I'm gonna have it on 5-second countdown. Frequency. So show the frequency or show the channel. I'm gonna have it show the frequency. There you go. The radio's working. So let's test out the band. Now I believe trying to see how you turn on. So read the manual here for the radio. I'm just trying to see how do you turn on the weather alert function. Just press the WX button on the radio. I'm not showing you guys the radio enough. Sorry about that, guys. What in God's name is that? So I'm already done sending the radio. I think I gotta turn on the radio. I'm gonna crank it a bit so it doesn't die to the backlight here. The only reason why I'm cranking it is because I'm too lazy to plug it in. Okay, just give it a little bit more charge. So, I believe I gotta turn on the band first. Please me playing copyright music. Oh wait, I don't think the radio's letting me do anything because it's oh, the battery's too low. Oh, I didn't know about this radio. There's a dang, it's just like the zone guard. Okay, guys, I'm gonna charge this radio with the cable, and I'm going to come back in the next few hours because this radio unfortunately needs charging. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so it's been a bit. It has been a few hours, like I originally said. It's actually been like a few minutes. I was just cranking the radio, and yeah, my hands are a little tired from doing that. I looked on Google. It takes 7 hours of constant cranking to get this thing to 100%. Let's be real. Hurricane Milton the second coming. Who's gonna do that? You're gonna be cranking this radio while having the flashlight on. The most likely use you'd probably use the hand crank for is, well, you'd want to use it, make it so you'd want to have all like the radio and the flashlight. But people would really want to use the hand crank because the thing is, on the solar panel and the hand crank, it's just there to keep the radio alive. So it's just there so whenever you want to listen to the band, but you're on low power, or you want to use the flashlight, but you're on low power, you can just crank it while having the flashlight on at the same time. And I actually seen this radio being in use before on YouTube. Um, I'll set the time right now because the radio did reset a few times. So 12-hour clock is 6:05 p.m. 6:05, 6:06 or 6:05, 6:05 p.m. Backlight 5 seconds and show frequency. So I've actually seen this radio in use before, and it was during Hurricane Ian. And it was this video. These guys, they're cranking the radio. I don't think they had the 50, but I did think they had a 310 or a 210. I don't exactly remember the Midland model, but it was a Midland radio that they were cranking during Hurricane Ian, and that was really the only. That's one of the only videos you can find on YouTube of this thing actually being in use in a true dangerous, life-threatening situation. Like it was like the roof was ripped off the house and everything. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop yapping about Hurricane Ian and go ahead and get to the features of the radio. So the radio can't turn on the weather scan and the toggle the weather scan off and on. It's also a band. Press and hold it for 3 seconds to turn on the band.
Detail east 4 feet at 10 seconds. Thursday, southeast winds 5 to 10 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Wave detail
Good signal.
east 4 feet.
I'm gonna have the radio not on for alert so I can charge faster.
Southeast winds 10 to
This is the AM. I'm not gonna play FM, or I can switch to a channel where there's an ad playing so I can show you guys. We're in Florida, so here's a Spanish channel with an ad or a podcast.
La más quejo y número uno en tus tardes. Ale la boyusca y claro que se puede pujadito, pero es lunes, dale que ya se acaba. Super caliente 103.1, número uno en música tropical y más. 22 nautical miles east of Sebastopol.
I was going to show this radio's flashlight. It has 3 flashlight levels. It has normal basic flashlight. It has a level 2 flashlight. This is the brighter flashlight. About as bright as my mom's headlight. I could go get it for comparison, but my mom's gonna stab me in the neck, so I'm not gonna mess with her bag. And you have the SOS light, so if you're in danger, you could wave this up to like a helicopter or a police officer rolling down the street. Try to get their attention. Say there's a Hurricane Katrina level flood. Try to get a rescuer to come over to you by holding this radio up. Luckily, there hasn't been any events related to that in a while since Helene. So, thank the heavens. If you're in Jamaica, this radio is pretty useless. The only thing you can really use it for is the AM and FM. Well, not completely useless. The reason why I say Jamaica is because Hurricane Melissa. I mean, they have an international version of these things where they don't have weather alert, but they have AM FM. Go ahead and turn off the flashlight there. But they do have international versions of this radio. But let's be honest, who really needs it because it can't receive alerts. But anyways, anything else I want to show about this radio? Well, I already showed everything about the radio. But here's a quicker look at the radio. It has a charging port right there. There's the micro USB cord. People have been glazing this radio because it's with micro USB and not instead of USB C. But let's be honest, who cares? It charges the radios, and that's what matters. As long as it charges during a tornado or something, that's all that really matters. There's also a headphone jack and a charging port for your phone. I've already mentioned that. Already mentioned these two, but there's a charging crank on the back of the radio. Show you guys using it. Takes 7 hours. For reference, it takes 7 hours to fully charge the radio, so I wouldn't recommend doing it for too long. I'd recommend cranking the radio for 5 minutes straight, so you can get spare power during an emergency. But you guys can see the crank, but you heard it. You heard the crank. It's also solar powering, so I could have this on my window still. But I have a patio right there. Like, there's a patio. I have a porch, so it's in. I'm faced perpendicular to the sun, so the solar power isn't really gonna do anything unless going on a hike. So now the radio is on one bar. So now it's showing 3 bars right there. And I'm pretty sure when the radio is done charging, it's gonna just flash 3 bars. But anyways, that has been the unboxing of the Midland ER50. Stay tuned next week for an ER10 VP radio or that Weather Channel weather radio. I do have a Weather Channel weather radio saved on eBay, and it's being listed as $21 right now. So if I'm lucky enough, I could be able to get it. But if someone buys that, then I'll get the ER10 VP. But anyway, stay tuned for an ER10 VP unboxing or a Weather Channel weather radio unboxing. Stay tuned for those unboxings. But anyways, SBC Orlando signing out. Kevin.